Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever it is in your part of the world. I am Deuscain. You're very slightly late, but he has a snack streamer. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Tonight, we're going to be jumping back into Coffee Talk Tokyo. We are about like 3 or 4 hours into the game. We've effectively just met all of the main characters in the last chapter. So, don't really have a strong idea what the plot is, but we have some pieces. So, yeah, should be interesting. Before we do that, as always, going to do a little bit of just chatting here at the start of stream. So, hope you're all doing well. Mirmas, hello. Thank you for the check-in. Happy Wednesday. All right. Tonight's snack is brought to us by Ritz crackers with peanut butter and Nutella. Because it's tasty. And I had donuts earlier in the afternoon, so I'm like, okay, I don't feel like making a big dinner. I'm not super full because I ordered donuts for breakfast. I ate half of them. The afternoon came and went, and I'm like, more donuts. And I ate the other half of the donuts. So, small little sweet protein snack. Nutella, peanut butter, and Ritz crackers. So, anyway. Oh, man. Not healthy in least. Hey, I've got protein and carbs in there. Those are two healthy things. Protein and carbs are very good. I don't have any veggies or fruit, but I also don't have any veggies or fruit, so. I should probably go to the store. This is delightfully tasty. Yeah, hope you're all having a good Wednesday. I had a decent one. Like, kind of a quiet morning, but I made some good progress on one of my tickets at work, including one that's been giving me a very hard time for a while, and it's basically fixed today. Beep at me, phone. I just got rid of a couple messages. Oh my god, the highs tomorrow are over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. God, it's almost 100 now. This heat wave is not messing around. See, this is why I'm a little late for stream sometimes, Miramis. I'm streaming from the surface of the sun. Oh, man. Yeah, I heard somebody say that there was like a system to figure out a quick conversion from Fahrenheit to Celsius. I think it was subtract 32 from Fahrenheit and then divide by 2. So my 99 would go to 67, I think. And then divide by 2 would put me at around 33, 34 degrees Celsius. So, fairly warm. It would actually be 40, because that would be double. 40 Celsius would be double to 80, add 32. That's over 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. This is unfortunately not a great weekend for a heat wave. I remember when I was younger playing baseball, and we would always have like playoff games around this time of year. And I remember one pitcher just getting heat stroke one year because we were playing baseball all day. It was hot. Time to run the old AC. Unfortunately, I can get away with 60 to 90 minutes the whole day, at least for now. Yeah, I'm living in a place with quite a lot of central air. That's set to a nice, crisp 74 degrees, and I am running a couple of fans to distribute the air around. Give it a little bit of flow. So, does a pretty good job of keeping this place cool. I can stream here, which I even heard some people saying that they can't really stream much this week because of how freaking hot everything is. Which is a little nuts to me. But, well, weather is what weather is. Let's see, what other news came out today? There's been a few pieces of news over the last few days for online spaces. If you are a fan of Love and Deep Space, I hear some rather unpleasant things about that game. Making some bad business decisions and canceling a character. They basically announced a character. The local player base in China did not like that they were making a new character instead of doing updates for old ones, and caused such a stink that the studio basically backed out of releasing the character and announced that they would not be releasing any new characters. They would just focus on who they had. Unfortunately for them, the Western audience really loved the new character and were super hyped. Basically, every woman I saw talking about this game online effectively was screaming at the top of her lungs about how much she loved this thing and was looking forward to it. So now I'm dealing with all of them after the fact, finding out that their new boyfriend is not coming to town now or ever, and they are understandably upset. Some of them spent money to like prep for this character to release, and it's like, ooh, that's not good. That's actually real bad. That's real heckin' bad. So they're having a time of it, if I understand properly. So glad I did not get into that. Like, it seems like an interesting game if that is your cup of tea, but yeah, I don't think I'm the right person for that game. I'm probably more likely to play. What's the other one called? Nikkei Goddess of Victory. I think it's the same company that makes both of them. Give me the game with the pretty girls. I like me a harem. I'm weird that way. But no, yeah. I don't have a lot to say just because I just saw a lot of people talking about it, because it effectively was several days of lead up into yesterday morning. Characters canceled. People are signing petitions. They're trying to get something done about this. And yeah, I think they were starting to lose steam today after like 2 straight days of raging. But yeah, people are straight up quitting the game over this because they're like, if you're just going to go and nuke any chance of me getting this character ever, screw it, I'm done. Like, you spent all this time and effort to make him. He's ready to go. He was going to go live on Tuesday, and they canceled at the 11th hour. So, yeah. People be upset. But the other thing I saw mostly today was PlayStation announcing that they're not going to have any more physical media discs for their games, which also I guess means the consoles aren't going to have physical drives on them, which is an interesting thing, because that's actually a big reason why I went to PlayStations to begin with, like why I switched off of Nintendo, because at the time I was getting a lot of like DVDs and things like that, and PlayStation was a disc drive. Like, it had certain games that I liked, definitely. But the fact that my game console was also my media player was a big draw for me at the time. The new switch away from physical media doesn't really bother me much. I'm kind of very locked into Steam sales, as I mentioned to friends. So, like, this is kind of normal to me. It doesn't bother me much, but I also get why people are upset. Like, I'm not sitting here going, oh, there's no reason why they could possibly be angry. Like, no, I get it. It just doesn't bother me. It's kind of the way things have been going. And I've broadly been in line with that. It's just, I don't know. I have seen some pretty bad opinions about stuff online, because I saw one person that was comparing PlayStation getting rid of discs, at least with the next generation of consoles, to the equivalent of what if they never showed a movie at a movie theater anymore? And I'm like, that's not what this is. That's not what they're doing. What they're doing is getting rid of DVD home releases. So you can buy a copy of the movie and own it forever. That's what they're getting rid of. They're technically still showing it at the movie theater because you have it for a while, you can watch it for a bit, and once it's gone, it's gone. This is the equivalent of like a movie going directly to Netflix, and then if Netflix gets rid of it, it's gone. So I didn't really agree with them on the whole movie theater thing. I think they're just really upset about it. You're probably older, well, you have a lot of digital media, prefer options. If they do another Animal Crossing, I still want the cartridge. Yeah, Nintendo's kind of up in the air. Some of their stuff they're doing physical for. Other stuff they're doing only digital. I might be older than you, Miramis. I'm 43, or will be in January. So technically 42 this year. Yeah, I don't know. I've had so many things come and go over the years. 51 in August, you do beat me. I've had so many things come and go over the years. Like, physical media is nice. I still got my DVD collection of older anime that I had. But I don't know. I've gotten rid of so much over the years that the idea of genuine permanence of anything is a little foreign to me. Like, there are probably some specific things that I would want that for, but for so much of it, I just get the digital license for everything through Steam. So, though I did say to friends, the day that Steam goes tits up and changes up what it does, that's gonna be a real bad day for everybody. But thankfully, not today. Yeah, Steam started out strictly digital. Well, yeah, and it was a good market for them. Honestly, I think a lot of why the platforms are doing the digital switch is probably related to piracy. Because that's kind of why Adobe did, like, special licensing changes, because Photoshop used to be the most pirated software on the internet. And then they're like, okay, no more free updates for old versions. We are switching to a new subscription-only model, and blah, 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 blah. And for a while, people were like, no, I just want to work off the old disc. I even remember at my last job back in, like, 2020, there was somebody that got a new computer and was like, hey, I've got an old Photoshop disc. I have the disc, I have the license, I just need administrative rights to install it. And I'm like, the answer is no. I'm not giving you your old-ass copy of Photoshop. But, you know, listening to a podcast, people talk about the new Grand Theft Auto game and how they're both upset that it doesn't have a physical release, but at the same time they are also very aware that, like, if it had a physical release, trucks would be attacked on the streets and those discs would be stolen. It would leak somewhere and the game would get out early. And it almost seems like a race to do that these days with some stuff. So, yeah, it's complicated. In general, though, I think I'm mostly just kind of exhausted from the continuing outrage for everything. Hence why you think you'll stick to indie games? Yeah, I mean, indie games are great. We definitely don't need to, like, there's so many good games coming out these days. There really isn't a reason to do a lot of to do a lot of games that are like to do everything, because that's the thing. Like years ago, like back when I was younger, they used to put out a Final Fantasy game, like 3 of them per console, like one every year or every other year. Like they don't do that anymore. The number of high quality, good AAA games are drastically going down. They just don't exist anymore. Or at least not in the same volume that they used to. So yeah, I'm not too bothered by things changing a little bit. And indie's its own kind of animal where some of it's really good, like Stardew Valley and things like that, or I would say a fairly indie title. That's because you said good, hence the problem. Yeah. But no, there's a bunch of good, solid indie games. Like Hollow Knight is definitely an indie game. Silksong, one could argue having a hit like Hollow Knight under the belt makes them no longer indie, but yeah, that's a question there. But yeah, overall, just there's a lot of other good games out there that aren't strictly the big studio pieces. And a lot of those franchises are just things I never got into. Like, I never really got into Assassin's Creed. I have a bunch of the early ones. I didn't really play them much. Never got into Call of Duty. Never got into Halo. A lot of, like, the big old franchises just were never my thing. I was more of an RPG player. So, like, Final Fantasy was my thing. And I stopped playing those at 12. Because I found 12 to be repetitive and boring, and I didn't like it. And every review I read for 13 was bad. It's like, it's a 20-hour tutorial, and I'm like, oh god, that's awful. Yeah, 10's a great Final Fantasy. A lot of people love 10. 11 I never played, and then 12 was very different. More of what I disliked about 12 was the kind of feedback loop I felt with it of grinding in town for a bunch of money and experience, and then having to just kind of turn around and spend it all within the next town or two. And then having to do it again, like the next town over, or maybe 2 towns over. And it just kind of turned into this grind that was tremendously unpleasant. So, yeah, I stopped at 12. I had no interest in 13. I played a little bit of 14 here and there. It does... Everybody that talks to me about Final Fantasy 14 is like, it gets really good in the expansions. I'm like, so the base game is not great, which tells me that I'd have to play through hours and hours and hours of slog to get to the part that's actually good. That doesn't help. That doesn't help at all. So, yeah, I've been a little reluctant to do much with 14. It's like Sims 4, you pay for anything interesting? Yeah, kinda. I never really was interested in Final Fantasy 15. 16 seemed really cool. I bought my PS5 to play 16. But then I played it, I'm like, oh, this is... okay. Kind of is. So, yeah, I didn't really care a lot for 16. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll keep my eye on what they're doing for 17. Hopefully they have something nice, but I honestly have no idea what they're going to prepare for it or plan, so it could be good or it could be terrible. So, yeah. Not holding your breath for good? I don't know. I hear a lot of things. Oh man, I look like I'm peaking. Am I too loud, Miramis? I feel like I'm too loud because I look a lot louder tonight than I usually do. No? Okay. It sounds good. It's good. But no, like I heard a lot of companies like saw the success of Expedition 33 and might try to emulate that a little bit. So at the very least, we might get a more interesting combat system with other games out of the Final Fantasy genre, because they were getting away from turn-based combat because like this is boring. No one likes it. It's like that is not true. People love it. You need to do it right. Not a fan of X33? That's fine. I know a few people who aren't fans. I personally liked it, but I also was like on the bandwagon during development because I saw like a trailer for it. I'm like, oh, that's kind of Persona-like. That looks a lot like Persona like 5. Oh, I'm into that. Like that looks cool. Let me see what this game is about. And it's kind of been a lot of that. So but yeah, I mean, they might take some lessons from that game and then turn it around and try and improve upon it and put their own spin on it and see what they can do. And if they do a good job, they do a good job. So games tend to do very well when they start learning from and emulating other games. And hopefully they do, because I feel like Squeenix is kind of in a bad rut right now. We get a tidal wave of X33 copycats. There are almost certainly going to be people who copy it at the most surface level imagining possible, because all they're seeing is the visual style of it rather than the things that people really like, which part of it is the visual styling. But like for me, that game was a perfect combination of I liked the mechanics, I liked the story, I loved the music, the characters I thought were interesting and good. I definitely can appreciate the people that are like, man, I hate that this swept the awards, let somebody else win. But I kind of felt the same way when Elden Ring hit, because they put frickin' Elden Ring in the same category as other RPGs, including a bunch of them that I like, and Elden Ring, of course, just smashed them. So, but yeah, I suspect there's going to be a tidal wave of X33 copycats, because that's always what happens. Like the current video game market of like hero shooters and battle royale games all dates back to like PUBG. And like that's 10-15 years ago, and they've just been iterating off of that. So like the friend slap wave wasn't bad enough. The friend slap wave will continue for a long time. People love cheap games that can play with their friends, and if the game is janky and whack, they'll love it even more because something silly and dumb will happen and they'll all laugh about it and share. So I don't think that's going anywhere. Same way with like I remember either last year or the year before seeing one of those award shows and like them announcing the next upcoming batch of games, and it was all a bunch of farming sims. I can't remember which one it was, but like it was a ton of farming sims, and just thinking like, oh, it's just gonna be nothing but farming sims now. Ah, lovely. I love this, except I don't. So yeah, I mean, they'll come in waves, and if you don't like it, there will be other things to play. And if there aren't other things coming out that we like to play, then I'm not going to sit here and pretend like we don't have horrible Steam backlogs that need to get gone through. I am slowly working my way through those. Fortunately, there are genre-specific directs, so I have choices. Exactly. Yeah, I have a lot of hope for the team doing like the Expedition 33 game. Not the Expedition 33, damn it. Octopath Traveler games. Because I like RPGs. Both Octopath Travelers I liked. The second one I think was a good improvement. So when they finally get around to what I presume is going to be Octopath Traveler 3, I think that's going to be a great game. And I just played one called The Adventures of Elliot Millennium Tales, and that's another game made by the Octopath team. It's just done as an action RPG instead of, an action adventure game instead of an RPG. And Adventures of Elliot was good. I had fun with it. We do not talk about unplayed Steam games. Well, I know I'll never hit the bottom of my library, but I'm working on it. Anyway, we've been chatting long enough. Let's, oh, goodness. Let's get the game booted up and let's hop on in. Okay. Is that... It's like 20% progress by the looks of it. The heat is a little less bad today, but it's so damp out. Prime conditions for a thunderstorm. Oh right, of course, my phone. Now playing Pineapple Apple by Ayame Gendru. Let's see what we've got here. June Nation, coming strong. Dolphins sleep with only one eye closed. Life listens. You're so correct, Ryuhei. Invincible. Just finished the second chance of a Firstborn. Such a beautiful book. Romance, drama, betrayal. It has it all. Hell yeah. No way you're into MFST. You like all the cool things. It's only my favorite novel series of all times. We need to talk about that ending. Oh, they're gonna have a talk today. They're coming in. Haven't heard of a girl who died in the last year? She's annoying and mouthy. Nobody? It's been a while since you've shown up, dog. I thought I could sing. Hang in there, Ryuhei. Big 4-0 next week. Still not sure if that's grown up or grown tired. Hey, looking fabulous, Ash. Teriyaki sauce. Half a cup of tamari for 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Met another June fan by a total chance yesterday. Tokyo feels a little smaller every day. Late shift life. Hashtag June Nation. Always nice to find company in unexpected places. We don't know when the next live will be, but we'll keep this page updated with any news. Good number of likes. Keep us posted. Nothing from his official account. Typical. Appreciate the positivity. This page keeps me sane. Realizing all my favorite childhood cakes were basically brown baked sugar. Suggestions for a gentler grown-up version. Recipes. Ooh. Tea leaves, cocoa, and coffee beans all carry caffeine. Even decaf means less, not done. Choose milk, fruit, or herbal to truly go no buzz. Okay. Good to know. I appreciate that. And there was one more. Damn it. Had so much amazing ramen in Hakata today, but I could almost hear my cardiologist scolding me from across the sea. You know what you did. Heard half the crew quit after Yokohama. Take that as you will. My cousin's friend works at a merch warehouse. Apparently, new stock's on hold. Just admit fame got to your head, man. Seen this pattern before. Creative break equals label trouble. Yeah, people don't know what they're talking about. Feel bad saying it, but maybe he just doesn't care anymore. First the week, new album, now this, he's done. I mean, y'all are beating him up online. You don't think you're the issue? Can't believe I stand with this guy for years. Yeah, this is normal. Day 2 of no info. Starting to think he just quit. Where is June? Nothing from his official account. Typical. June Live, which is the one. June Nation. If you see me eating karage at 4 a.m., no, you didn't. Night Bus Natsumi. I'm there with you in spirit, my Karage friend. Celebrating 40 goes around the sun today. Ergonomic carriers for tall dads. Move like a pro. Get 10% off with code Natsu. House husband. Our Shoji survived 5 years with cats, but 1 month into our daughter walking and it was toast. House husband. I could go for Karage. I could go for some nice food. I'm gonna go get some hibachi tomorrow. The way MFST has me like, yes, Your Honor, they did commit crimes, but they were sad about it. Oh, fuck yeah. That's our queen. Myrtle's on it. I can't believe I waited so long to get into MFST. Myrtle's already on Tome 5. I've got some catching up to do. Hell yeah, friendo. Hey, J-Log. Life listens. The neighbor's washing machine hums in a perfect G minor. You know what? That's cool. Prime conditions for a thunderstorm. Busy with normal life stuff as usual? No worries. I appreciate you stopping by as always, J-Log. Happy July. And happy July to you as well, Maramus. Vin? Ah, never mind. Good day for them to take a rest. Good evening, Emi-san, Yuki-san. Good evening. Evening, barista. I've just bumped into Yuki-san outside. I was thanking her for keeping Erica company the other night. It's no trouble. Can I fix either of you two a drink? Actually, yes, please. Unless you'd like to go first, Yuki-san. No. Alright, so then. It's so damp today, I think I need something crisp. Crisp, you say? How about something with ginger? Ah, July, the last month of my youth. Something like that. Right, ginger is a great idea. A very cold Ayame on a Hojita base would work great. I'm going to pretend like I know what that is. Hojita. Ayame with a Hojita base. Wants a cold one. So we want Hojita and ginger, and we're gonna add some honey to it. Fuck yeah. Brew Nation, baby. Here's your Ayame, Emi-san. How lovely. Tried ginger beer once, never again. Don't know what I was expecting, probably thinking of the ginger ale at the time. Yeah, I don't know if I would try ginger beer. That sounds like it would be a bit spicy. And my grandmother used to make me these in summer. Her mother was from Kansai and taught her how. She used rice syrup rather than Hojita as a base, but it was the same idea. Were you too close? Sometimes we were, sometimes we weren't. She was very kind to me, but very traditional. She didn't approve of my decision to study in the UK. But we loved each other very much. I'm a little sad she never got to meet Ash. But perhaps she stuck around to sneak a peek anyway. At least I'd like to think so. Anyhow, barista, spill the beans. Did Erica say anything last time? Huh? Sounds like she did. No, your poker face is absolutely tragic, you know that? Erica's a good kid. That's kind of you to say. I like to think so, but parents are never very objective. She's sweet, ambitious, impressive for her age. I'm very glad that's how she comes across. To be honest, Ash is the one who could take credit for all of that. When she's misbehaving, that's when you start to see my influence. That joke doesn't seem to make you laugh very much. Perceptive of you. Truth be told, Ash spends a lot more time with Erica than I do, so it's a little hard for me to feel like I have a hand in her achievements. I know your family well, but children are only as good as the worst of their education. Don't you think? Yeah, Emmy. Commit to rigorous methods, transparent data, and constructive discourse across disciplines. Interested in collaborations at the intersection of neuroscience and philosophy. Classy lady. You're saying there's always teamwork involved in parenting, huh? Perhaps you're right, Yuki-san. Thank you for this kind reminder. It's a bit difficult to keep trusting myself when our family model is so rare around these parts. Yes. But hey, Erica seems happy enough. Or used to be, I suppose. She will be again. You seem very sure. Yuki-san, you also know something I don't. Barista. We are bound to secrecy, Emi-san. But I concur with Yuki-san. Erica-chan wants to deal with things her own way for now. There may be value in letting her try. Ha. Alright then, keep my daughter's secrets. I'll trust your collective judgment for now. But that child better start talking soon. I'm sure she will. Yuki-san, perhaps I can make you something to drink. Yes. What are you in the mood for today? I'll have my usual, please. A hojita then, is it? A hojita, please. I think she's just a cold hojita. And one hojita coming right up. Thank you. So good. You really like hojita, Yuki-san. It brings back memories. My partner was fond of hojita. Hojika. She liked it better than any other drink. Although it's a simple tea. She had strong opinions about the type and quality of the roast. We spoke about it on our first date, in fact. Did she order a hojika? Of course. And she found it mediocre. But this one is very good. She'd have liked it. I'm flattered, Yuki-san. So how did you become a regular of this fine establishment, Yuki-san? Level up my friendship. Open since 2012, owned by Yuki Sasaki from Akita Prefecture. If you don't mind me asking how you got here. Oh, I work across the road. I'm the owner of Fuyu. Fuyu? Wait, really? We used to go there every time we visited Tokyo before Erica was born. It was our favorite date spot with Ash. We've been meaning to go back since we moved here. But we never seem to find the time. Ah. Please come by whenever you're able. Definitely. So what happened to the previous owner? That lady, she was called Hiromi, right? She was so sweet and so much fun. Oh, no. Always a kind word for every customer. Ahem. Did I say something I shouldn't have? Hiromi passed away. Oh no. Oh, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. She wasn't the owner. Or she was. But I was too. Oh. She was my partner. And she passed away a few months ago. Yuki-san, I'm so sorry for your loss. I truly had no idea. You couldn't have known. I never used to deal with customers before. That was her thing. Mine was just food. You were the chef of the place even back then? Yes. Well, it was always lovely food. Actually, Ash and I decided to try having Erica while eating your omurice. I think it just put us in a family mood. Yeah, I'm with Yuki-san. Somebody's just like, yo, we had a date night at your restaurant and decided to try for a baby. I would clutch my pearls too, Yuki-san. Much like you said about parents. I imagine Fuyu is the product of both of you. And it's a wonderful place. Maybe if you showed up on pics, we could reverse image search. Do you even know what that means, Grandma? Wait a damn minute. Rude. Ayame. Ugh. Ah. Well, this sucks. You don't say. Fat lot of help you are. You're an absolute brat, you know that? Good evening, Fuku-san, Ayame-chan. Ah, sorry. We're scaring the customers again, huh? Evening all. You must be wondering why I'm talking to an empty space. You're the empty space. Please don't be alarmed. I happen to be traveling with a ghost. You can't see her, that's normal. Don't try to squint, it won't change a thing. This is just a temporary disturbance. The ghost is not angry. The heck I'm not! The ghost is not angry and won't harm you. She'll be returned to the world below as soon as matters have been resolved. 300 years at this rate. The ghost is also hugely irritating. It sounds like you got your spiel down, Fuku-san. Yeah, I only had to give it like 10 times today. So we good? Everybody okay? I mean, yes, but I'm tremendously fascinated. It's an opportunity for science. Can you... A little? She's translucent. Practically solid for me. Oh. I couldn't even tell she was a ghost before... I'm right here! Oh, my apologies, you're right. Very sorry. It's one thing when people are rude because they can't see me. What's your excuse? It was just a temporary wait, hold on. You can see her? Clear as day. Both of you? Fuzzy, but yeah. Ah, do you know what this means? Hi, we just met you and this is crazy, but no. This means it's theory testing time. Ma'am, excuse me, you're human, right? Yes, and please call me Emmy. I'm Fuku, how do you do? You're literally the first human that can see her. Are you sure you're human? I'm pretty sure, yeah. That's my whole life to date has been a lie. On the whole, let's go with I'm human. Let's see. And how about... My name is Yuki. Nice to meet you, Yuki-san. As a Yuki-onna, you don't really have spiritual attunement, right? No. We are not known for being attuned to others in general. Makes sense. Okay, then it's just not overpowered attunement. Interesting. I mean, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe something happened on the way and I did what I had to do. And now I've stopped fading. What did you do on the way? Step into a very specific puddle? Maybe. Not like you know a special puddle if you saw one. Well, go out and check then. Try talking to a random guy or something. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I really need a drink. I actually need the kind of drink you don't serve here, but what can you make that's gonna take the sting out of the situation? Well, if you want something that reminds you of relaxing times, how about a mocktail? Made out of cold tea, of course. Oh, I love that thought. Something with mojito, tangy, and minty, but with hojita. Okay. So hojita. Didn't I have something in the recipes thing here? Milk, fruit, or herbal to go no buzz. Tangy and minty. Iced mint? No. Let's save. Actually, the ad break is starting, so we'll be back in a few minutes, folks. Okay, everybody, we are back. Let's hop back into it. Hey, Stress, thank you for the lurk. Alright, we need something minty like a mojito. Chica mint. Reset, reset, reset. Cold. Can I do that? Would that work? Iced mint mojita. Mint hojita. I keep mispronouncing the word. It's fine. Something like a mojito. Tangy and minty, but with hojika. Instructions unclear. Give it a shot, I guess. Not so much the mint. That will not do. Alright. Mull it with a bunch of mint, I guess. It's not what she wants, is it? Okay. How do I make a mojito? There's got to be something else in there other than... This is me being stoopy and not an alcoholic. Mojito recipe. Muddling mint and lime with sugar. Okay. So there is a citrus in there. It can't be the lychee, can it? Chajito. Okay. I'm curious. This isn't right, is it? That's where my mistake was last time. I combined the right ingredients, but I had the wrong temperature. Chajito. You take. You appreciate. You like. Shut the fuck up about my shitty drinks. Made with yuzu instead of lime. Right. Birthday skibbity. Currently drinking sochu with your mom. Bless you, Fuku. Bless you. You absolute gremlin. Here you go, a chajito for an overworked marabito. Did you just come up with those on the fly? Yes, absolutely. I try. Anyway, this is looking good. Yeah, okay, it's a banger. We're all having cold drink. Oh, right, it is the middle of summer. Kind of amazing what you do with a few ingredients. Barista is a bit of a wizard. I can see that. If I can stick around Tokyo, or at least come back sometime, I'll definitely pop by. So, I take it things aren't going as you had hoped. Unless Ayame comes back with a whole of the city in tow just now, then no. We've made exactly 0 progress in 5 days. What seems to be the problem with her? Well, long story short, she can't pass. She's got something unresolved to resolve first. But she's lost her memory, so we don't know what it is. We tried pretty much everything we could think of. I guess this sounds really out there to you. Listen, we know who Ayame is. It's Yuki-san's ex-wife, who passed away several months ago. Can't pass on because there's something left over to do with the business. And she's totally going to come in and give her the closure she needs to run that business by herself. Or maybe even let it go. Who knows? That's my bet, at least. What was the previous question? Really sounds out there to you? Not as much as you'd think. Yeah, with her research topic. I haven't exactly heard of a case like this one, but I'm a researcher and my main field is the soul-body connection. You're shitting me. Of all the cafes to walk into on this night of all nights, the one with the exact person I needed. Wait, what does that actually mean? We're trying to find out if there's any proof of existence of a soul across many species around the world and the many belief systems. Not all souls work or are perceived in exactly the same way. We know ghosts exist and many other things besides. So the big scholarly debate is, are ghosts just an imprint left behind after someone passes? Or are they something that exists and keeps existing independently of the body? That's profound. I'm a Grim Reaper and I don't even know that. Not gonna lie, that won't make a difference to me, though. I still have to deal with them just the same. I see. And what brought you to that, no offense, extremely niche research topic? None taken. My grandmother was Itako. What? Your grandmother was a transistor? A fucking what now? Oops, sorry. That's how we call them in my workplace. People who have an affinity with dead souls. No wonder you can see her. Interesting. Yuki-san, do you have anything like that in your heritage? Not that I know of. Didn't work, did it? No special puddle? Nah. I'm sorry, you know? I know. How are you feeling, Ayame-chan? Blah. We tried to go around half the city. We've been looking at magazines and stuff, missing people's lists and police stations, at portraits on gravestones even. They don't even have the start of a lead. I was hoping to find a pic of me with my name next to it, but no, it sucks. Okay, how about that? Let's look at the facts again. We have 2 more people who can see you now. Let's figure out that part, and maybe that'll lead to some kind of clue. Can't stop you from trying. Good enough, I'll take it. So the first thing you were here, the older guy couldn't see you. But the guy with the guitar could. June, I think. And Barista was all weird and mysterious about it. I don't know what you could possibly mean. Don't worry, I'm not prodding. The cute person with the prosthetics could see me too. But not well. Huh? Who now? The person who works here. What person who works here? Start making sense, girl. I think Ayame-chan means my assistant, Vin. So there was someone else who could see you. Might have been useful to mention that to me before. Give me a break, okay? They couldn't see me very well. But they could hear me. And they were yokai? Vin is human. Another damn human. What the fuck? Their grandmother a transistor too? I don't think so. Help a girl out, Barista. What do all of them and these 2 ladies have in common? Some damn fine beverages. That's what they have in common. My leading theory was a connection to death, but that hurts. That would work. Wait. Really? I lost someone close to me recently. Vin had a tough experience as well. The prosthetics. Yeah, that. Wow, okay. So someone's been touched by death, or has an affinity with death in some way, they can see you. Well, that's gonna settle the ghost sightings debate once and for all. If the boss doesn't at least give me a raise when I tell him. Are you joking? You're making it about your promotion again. Yeah, I'll be right, Fuku. You are being a bit of a shithead about that. Sorry, I got carried away. Listen. You know we're stuck together and stuff. But I do want to help out. I actually do. I'm just really not looking forward to going back to work. I've been enjoying my time in Tokyo a lot more. Oops. Huh? Wait. Did you basically just admit that you like hanging out with me? You're such a tsundere. Look who's talking, you little shit. I know you love being around me. In your dreams. Anyway. People who almost kicked the bucket can see me. Great, now what? Not sure. Well, that was a whole waste of suspense. No one's gonna ask somebody to describe what she looks like. Ice Lady, you look pretty awful right now. You having a sad? You having a big sad there? Sad lady? I guess that wasn't very sensitive of us, Yuki-san. What was the name of the person you lost? Hiromi. I'm very sorry. Want me to look her up in the register? The fucking what now? The register of the departed. We keep a record of every soul who's passed from the world of living. If she's on it, that means she's made her peace. And left this world with a light heart. Oh, that's true? That'd be wonderful. Oh, she's not on the list. Is that true? Yeah, for all my faults, I don't lie much. Force of habit. Then yes. I would very much like you to look. Please. Done. I'm gonna look and report back. You come by here often? Yes, I'm basically across the street. Ooh, the restaurant? That's why you smell amazing. Also, you're in lesbians with her. Wait, I smell what? Yeah, you smell of daishi and seaweed and... is that ketchup? At least the sense of smell's still going strong. I should have called yourself Inu instead of Ayame. Proper hound. Ha ha ha. I can still smell I am still here. You won't get rid of me so easily. Hey, Ghosty, you want a drink? So what do you cook that has all of that stuff in it? Omu rice and ramen? My favorites. You two should visit Yuki-san's restaurant. I take it you can smell things, Ayame-chan? Yeah! So you should still enjoy it. As for you, Fuku-san, it'll be a treat. You're very kind to me. I'm only saying what I think. Oh, that's not the right voice. Here's the thing. Back when I lived in the UK, and I hope you all take this the right way, but I didn't miss Japan very much. My family is sweet, but they can be traditional. I already knew my expectations weren't aligned with theirs, so in many ways, moving was a breath of fresh air. But I really miss Japanese water. Huh? Water? Like tap water? Yes. You're a crazy lady. I like you. Ayame. I know, that's rude. But seriously, Grandma, who misses water? Grandma. Like, if you drink it so you don't die, I get it. But that's all there is to it. You can't even smell it. No, I understand. I thought you might. I make broth for ramen. Water is, after all, the main ingredient. Everything else I put in, the daishi, the meat, the tare, they still must be cooked in the water. If you want to make ramen with the taste of Hakata, you need water from Hakata. If you want to make ramen like Sapporo, you need water from Sapporo. Exactly right. The water in Cambridge is great to boil green peas, but it's useless for ramen. Wait, they boil green peas? They boil a lot of things they shouldn't in the UK. Don't get me started on British food. So is water the reason you came back to Japan? I mean, partially. Also, I found a man who was happy to support me the way I needed. Ash is brilliant. He could have been a top English literature scholar. But he dropped all of it in a heartbeat to become a stay-at-home dad. My family loves him, so there isn't much they could say. I got a great work opportunity too, but sometimes it's a little hard to live a life different from everyone else. Yes. Hiromi and we weren't hiding, but not many people knew. They thought we were business partners. People see what they want to see. Yes. Back when I was a proper Marebito, when I walked the land, stayed at people's houses, and helped them out with this and that, they thought I was a lot of different things. Some thought I was a long-lost family member, or a runaway from some romantic sitch. One little lady thought I was her bestie, Yui. She was totally right in the head otherwise. But she was sure I was Yui. Couldn't change her mind. We all tell ourselves stories about others. And then they become that little story bit. Or that story a little bit. That's correct. Here's a theory for you, science lady. What if ghosts are all the stories ever told about the person who passed? Yo, Grandma, did you just call me made up? Because I can tell you what's not made up. I want a drink, like right now. Of course, Ayame-chan, what would you like? What smells fun? Perhaps you'd like something a little spicy tonight. Ooh, sweet and spicy. That's a good thought. Jesus fuck, girl. Sweet and spicy. We are hard saving because she does not give me much to work off of. Oh, you're getting rid of all the recipes, huh? Sweet and spicy. Hojika, ginger, and lychee, maybe? I'm gonna go with a no. Hojika, lychee, ginger. Also no. It's mostly bitter, not sweet. Chocolate, lychee, ginger, may... No. Chocolate, ginger, lychee? I assume no, probably. Sweet and spicy. You know what? I could put ice cream in it. Sweet. Something that's actually like spicy tea, is there? No. So we start with a Hojita base, we add some ginger, and what about ice cream? Ice ginger Hojika float? No. Well, curse you, game. A sweet and spicy drink for a sweet and spicy ghost? Not sure where you get the sweet from. Smells great. Wait, that worked? Ayame-chan? Girl? Are you okay? Ayame? There's a dog. What? Huh? You just said there's a dog. Yes! Yes, there's a dog. Fuku. I think I just had a memory. My shit-ass tea was so good enough to cause a memory? Yeah. That's not much of a memory, but, like, there was this little dog. And I just cared so much about her. What was the little dog like? Like a little Jack Russell? It's a cute little thing. Okay, that doesn't narrow it down much, huh? Doesn't matter, it's still progress, I'll take it. Well done, Ayame. Ayame-chan, can you focus on what maid you remember? Apologies, I hope it's right for me to intrude. But this is quite close to my research area. And I must confess I'm curious. Sure, but I don't know what I did. There's something about the ketchup and the spice. The mix of ketchup and spice. So was the smell. Yeah, definitely the smell. It's possible smelling a wider variety of ingredients would unlock more memories? That sounds pretty good, actually. Do you have more ingredients at hand? I mean, I don't know where the ketchup came from. I didn't add any. Not many more than the types you're aware of, unfortunately. Damn it. I could try looking up the dog on Tomodachi, although that helps. Yes, you have a cell phone. We forgot. The sense sounded like a solid plan, though. Right. Perhaps if Ayame-chan went to a restaurant? Looks at Yuki for help. Oh my god! You think what I'm thinking, girl? I thought you agreed to not call me girl. Yuki-san, can we pop by Fuyu and get some food? Yes, of course. Gonna have to order the whole menu, I guess. To cover all the smell range. You should throw a party for the neighborhood to avoid wasting food. Heh, wish I had that kind of funding. But the BUB isn't exactly bankrolling this operation. BUB? Blue Unicorn Ballet? Bureau of Unresolved Business. Oh, that makes so much more sense. If I may, there's a better solution. Listening? Yeah, I'm all ears. If you don't mind, I'll make a bento for you with a selection of ingredients. This would ensure you cover more sense, wouldn't waste food, and wouldn't blow your budget. Wow, she's smart and talented, or smart and pretty too. I mean, that'd be awesome, but isn't that a lot of extra work for you, Yuki-san? No. I like coming up with new flavors. I could just do this as part of that. Yuki-san, you're so sweet. Seriously, thank you. It's the first time I'm thinking it'd be nice to if I could give someone a hug. Hey, thanks for nothing. I'm right here this whole time. You'd hate a hug. Depends on who from. So I guess I'd hate it in this case. But also, yeah, thank you, Yuki-san. You can just keep calling me Yuki. Phew, okay, that flows better for me, not gonna lie. Alright, when would that work for you, Yuki? Maybe in 3 days, so I have time to prepare? That'd be awesome. I won't lie, I'm pretty curious what comes out of it. Fingers, toes, and horns crossed. I think I love that little dog very much. We're gonna find her for you. This is exciting, Ayame-chan. Yeah. Yeah. What? Why are you sad now? As excited as a corpse. Very funny. It's just... I can't shake off that weird feeling. What if I get my memories back? And there's more phantom catch-up? Or I don't like what I see? Then you're better off not knowing, I guess. You're not scared of much, huh, Yuki-chan? Yuki-san. I'm not scared of anything anymore. There's nothing left for me to fear. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. Hamlet. Yes, couldn't go through Cambridge without seeing it once. Just a convoluted way of saying, the world is bigger than we sometimes think. I'll try to remember that. Okay, Gals Club. If you all keep looking so funerary, we're going to have to take you all to the death door. and I'm not ready to go back yet. So chin up, cheer up. Tomorrow's another day. Yes, we should rest. Correct, let's rest and meet up soon. All right then. Good night, ladies. Good night, barista. Good night. Bye. You totally know everything, don't you? I don't know what you're talking about, Ghosty. Did Fuku mean for you to accompany her, Ayame-chan? She sure did. I'm gonna go. I just need a moment. She'll get that. She's not as thick-headed as she looks. Girls, she put her Skibbity as her location. So you two are getting along better? I guess. Couldn't be any worse, or so I thought. Let's try the other way. I'm glad to hear that. Where's Finn? Ah, they're resting today. Okay. Can you tell them then that I'm sorry? I can't stop thinking about their face. When I said what I said. I'll tell them. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. All these people just trying to help me. Why? Why not? You've met me. You know why not. What I know, Ayame-chan, is that angry people say the wrong things at times. But angry people are also always in pain. Pain and anger go together and need to be fixed together. Your assistant's in pain and they're not angry. Oh, they're angry. They're just angry at themselves. Girl, want to go rest? Yeah, okay. Old people in your bedtime. You can call me old when you party as hard as I do. Gotta go, I guess. Thanks, barista. I don't know what's gonna happen, but for some reason, being here, I feel a little soothed. And that's good, Ayame-chan. And that's what we want. Bye then. Good night. There are more things on heaven and earth, and underground and in the void and in the spaces in between. Ghosts made of stories indeed. I'm being a spooky bitch. Strong iced coffee with a bright ginger bite for when you need a chill and a kick. Japan to face 99 times more heat waves if global warming continues. Yeesh. Phew, still hot and humid even at this hour. Let me look at my phone and fuck around for a little while. Remember to order the new Omurice Samparu tomorrow. Lady, are you seriously using Tamagotchi as a note-taking app? Wait, this isn't private? No, where'd you think the likes were coming from? Oh. She's adorable. Just started a new moon for the king. I heard it's almost as good as MFST, and so far it's awesome. Oh, you followed my rec. I hope you love it. Oh, yeah, you mentioned that, Blue. Gonna borrow your copy today. Absolutely not. A blue whale's heartbeat can be heard from 2 miles away. Life listens. No. Sobering data from today's Maiban Shinban. The scientific consensus on global temperature rise is clear, but seeing projections quantify this starkly is still difficult. Our work in environmental materials and sustainable energy systems has never felt more urgent. We owe it to the next generation, not only to mitigate, but to innovate responsibly and keep this planet habitable for our children. As we continue to highlight the data, Sato-san, these conversations need to stay in the public eye. Well said, we must bridge policy, research, and education faster than ever. Completely agree. especially on framing the climate action as an intergenerational responsibility. Erica won a prize for her science presentation. She created an air conditioner that uses salt instead of electricity. Proud Papa. Future CEO. Yeah, honestly, that's pretty amazing. They're back to Midnight River Lights tour finale at Bar Basement. What was the one song that first made you fall for June's music? Moon Signal. That bridge hits me in the feels every time. Can't believe that was almost 10 years ago. Still waiting for him to play Rising Tides live again. Same, maybe next tour. Noticed a postponement due to a medical condition. If that were true, Big Oil would disappear her so quick. Yeah, basically. Due to medical condition, June will be taking time to recover. Upcoming concerts will be rescheduled. I apologize for any concern caused and thank you for understanding. What medical condition? Is he okay? He works too hard. I hope he rests. Is the tour over? Watch Moonlight over Shibuya last night. Wow, classic movies go hard. Classic, yeah, that one came out the year I graduated from uni. So there we go by the sea. Shinkansen to Hiroshima, and then hopping on a ferry for a day trip to Miyajima. It's been too quiet. Where is June? Health issue and the real problems. Creative control. Is the tour over? Done no wrong. If he's genuinely ill, I'll eat my words. If not, PR spin of the year. Glad he's okay, but the silence still wasn't cool, dude. And now he's sick, convenient. He works too hard. I hope he rests. Forever delayed, more like forever tour. Forever tour, but like more like for never tour. Throwback. Anybody remember the dancing hot dog guy you could put on your photos? Throwback. Urban Tanuki, I love your spirit, buddy. June Live. June Nation. He drew me with abs in his homework family portrait. I'll take it. Proud Papa. When is STEM going to include ethics education? Yeah, and I think that needs to be in there. Sustainability. I'm a minimalist. I can't afford anything besides the basic necessities. If it's not built to last, it's built to sell. Maybe the planet's just mirroring our burnout. Once in a century, weather is starting to sound like every weekend. A crow just called out just before I stepped in a puddle. Thanks, Crow. Life listens. Told myself one chapter before bed. Now it's 7:43 a.m. Fuck yes, it is. Hot take. The real villain is miscommunication plus pride plus I can fix this alone. A cursed trio. Yeah, let's save. Still hot and humid even at this hour. Ready to open, Vin? They must still be resting. They didn't come down at all yesterday either. I'll let them sleep in. With weather like this, I don't think it'll be too busy. Hello? Ah, Blue Song. Phew, summer's the worst. I swear we're starting to melt. Were you out there long? Maybe a bit. Not long enough to look desperate, I hope. Not at all, just eager. So, June hasn't stopped by today yet, has he? We just opened, so no. Were you waiting for him outside? I was hoping to run into him, maybe, is all. I can't confirm or deny he comes by here. But you know, we try to keep this place comfortable for everyone. Of course, I totally get that. I just wanted to thank him is all. I know things have been hard for him lately. I just wanted to say a few kind words to him if I had the chance. I got work soon anyways, I figured I'd just try my luck. Alright, so long as that's all it is. You're welcome to wait if you've got the time. Thanks, I guess I should order something instead of just loitering. Anything in particular? Maybe tea with yuzu and honey? Yeah, that was good. I haven't stopped thinking about it. I'll try it cold today, please. I've been waiting outside edition. Hoto yuzu mitsu, but iced. Ice hoto yuzu mitsu, yes. Hi. So it's regular tea, yuzu, and honey, but iced. Yuzu and honey. Yuzu honey cooler. Honestly, that looks amazing. It's like that's an actual thing of honeycomb in there. My god. Here you go. Ah, fuck yeah, that's good. Phew, I feel alive again. What should we call it? Yuzu Mitsu Aisu? How about Yuzu Honey Cooler? That sounds actually a lot better, thank you. You got it. So, when does June come in usually? It's inconsistent. Especially lately. He's been offbeat, I think. Yeah, that's kind of why I'm here, honestly. This is going through something I wanted to encourage him. That's kind of you, Blue-san. You know what would work is if you just gave me a damn letter. Oh, Ben's down. Oh, they're feeling it. Where's Blue's information? The wind can break a branch, but not the roots below. Working hard, playing harder, chasing the moment every day is one step closer. Small venues, big feeling. I thought it said small veins, and I'm like, what? Why did it say that? Yuzu honey cooler. Oh, I'm so sorry, barista. I overslept. No problem at all. I was a bit worried after yesterday. Ah, Blue Sun! You didn't tell me there was a girl here, barista. Talk about books together. Talk about books together. Talk about books together. Hey, Vincent. Yes. You okay? You're looking kind of... I'm great. You know, this heat, it's just the worst, right? Right. Let me make you something, Vin. Oh, you don't have to. You look like you need something caffeinated. On second thoughts, you might be right. Something caffeinated. Yeah, we're making you a cold latte or something. Coffee float. Take it and shut up. Here, Vin, some caffeine for you. That does help. Thanks for the suggestion, Blue-san. Of course, I have totally been there. I really appreciate it, barista. Of course. Lucky to be working at a super cool coffee shop with the best boss barista. I promise they didn't pay me to write this. You're lucky your boss is so cool. I know, right? I'm like one more late start from getting the boot. You mentioned you had a morning shift yesterday. Yeah, they're always stacking night shifts next to morning shifts on me. Of course, my sleep's gonna get screwed up. Yeah, it would wipe me out too. Right? It's like... June? Hmm? Oh, sorry, ma'am. I thought you were... someone else. Sorry to disappoint. No, it's not. I didn't mean... Sorry. I'm sure you're not the first customer here chasing a ghost. You're not wrong. Can I get you anything, Yuki-san? Isojita, please, barista. Isojita. Here you go, Isojita. Perfect, thank you. My pleasure. I need to clear my head for a moment. I'm gonna take a seat by the window. Take all the time. Take all the time you need. So, Blue-san. You're waiting for Jun-san? Yeah, I was hoping to catch him. That's kind of weird, huh? Oh no, not weird. Just, dedicated. That does make it sound weird. I didn't mean it that way, really. I like you a lot. I mean, no I don't. I know, you're good. It's not exactly normal either. What is it you'd like to say to Jun-san? If he walked in right now. Oof. You know, that's actually kind of daunting. I've, like, imagined it a million times, but... Want to practice? What? Just pretend I'm him. Okay, I can try. Vin, you were fishing for compliments, and we both know it. Shoot your shot, buddy. Junior, music saved my life. Now that sounds dramatic, but it's true. I was in a bad place, and I didn't have anyone, and your song sat with me when nobody else would. They gave me something to hold on to. So, thank you. That was super sweet. I think he'd be moved to hear that. You think? I do, even if you're not the only one he's helped. It probably means something different, hearing it face to face. Yeah, and I mean it. Have you ever seen some of those Tamagotchi posts about him? They're absolutely brutal and totally unfair. Like, oh, June's washed up, he's not even trying anymore. It's total garbage. And sure, okay, almost everybody in the fandom agrees his new album isn't his best. But we know it's just growing pains. He's carrying a lot more people than he used to. I want him to know that's okay. That we still believe in what he's doing. And a lot of us can't wait for what's next. Did I say something wrong? It's just... I wonder if that's what June needs to hear right now. What do you mean? Well, sometimes when people are going through something, they don't want comfort, not exactly. They want space or quiet. Or someone who won't ask anything from them. Not even to feel better. Especially when they already feel like they've let everyone down. He didn't let us down, though, not the real fans. If I can be the one voice that says, I'm still listening, isn't that helping? It is in a way, but... June is already carrying the weight of everyone's expectations. Even support can feel like a demand. It's pressure, all the same. Yeah, I think I get it. I wanted to give something back, but maybe I was still centering my feelings? And not really think about his? I'll have to think about that for a bit. Now I'm worried he is going to walk through that door. Do you think people like June ever get to be the ones who are changed? What do you mean? Like, he changes so many lives. Does anyone ever do that for him? I don't know. I hope so. People have a way of getting through to each other. We don't always notice it happening, but it does. Hey, Vincent. Last time you said June's music helped you too. I did. I didn't ask, but can I now? Yeah. I was in an accident, like I mentioned. I was in a coma for months. But when I woke up, a lot of people aren't so lucky. But I woke up and a lot of people aren't so lucky. Someone, a customer the other day, reminded me of that. That's heavy. The prosthetics helped me get back on my feet, but I had severe brain trauma as well. Like a bunch of the wires had been ripped out. For a while, everything felt scrambled. I'd forget what I was saying in the middle of a sentence. I'd write a note, and then stare at it like it was in another language. Everything just felt far away. That sounds terrifying. It was confusing, mostly. I looked fine, but nothing was landing right. I tried to have a conversation and just blank. So I started spending most of the day lying down, listening to music. Mostly ambient stuff. Then one day, June's track came on. Color of Darkness. Yeah. I see now where your interpretation of the lyrics came from. Even in hard times, you can still find a little hope. That's right. So, how are you now? I can hold a cup of coffee now. I can talk without losing the thread most of the time. I've got this job, this cafe, but sometimes there's still this delay. Like I'm living a half second behind everyone else. Like watching myself from the outside. Anyway, that's more than what I meant to say. Sorry if that was too much. Hey, don't do that. I mean, you don't have to do that. Make yourself small like that. Force of habit. Yeah, I know the feeling. They're so fucking cute together. I love it. Thanks for sharing that. Seriously. Thanks for listening, Blue-san. You can call me Blue. Just Blue. Thanks. Call me Vin, too. Vin! Oh, hi, Pumpkin. It's so late for you to be here, isn't it? Whoa! Who is that? This is Blue. She's a new friend of mine. Your name is Blue? Like the color? That is so cool. Thanks. If my name was a color, I'd want it to be Rose Pink. That's a great name. Okay. Well, we've got an ad break coming up any second now, so be back in a few minutes, folks. Okay, we're back. Let's hop back into it. So Erica said she wanted her name to be Rose Pink if her name was a color. And blue is being kind. Also, the child is adorable. Is that what you'd like us to call you then? No, it's okay. I like my real name too. Are you going to tell Blue-san your real name? Oh, right. I'm Erica Sato Farley. You can call me Erica. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Erica. Mom or Dad? Yuki-san! Hello, Erica-chan. Vin, is Erica-chan related to you? Oh no, Vin's my best friend and Yuki-san is my newest friend. Erica-chan's family lives upstairs. Speaking of Erica-chan, where are your parents? Can I have a pink skiff? Is everything okay, Pumpkin? Dad said it was okay. He gave me 500 yen and said I could get an extra ice cream. That does sound like Ash's brand of conflict resolution. This place has ice cream too? Uh-huh. The fruit means it's healthy. Flawless logic. Alright, one pink skiff coming up. Remember how to make it, right? Soy milk and lychee, and most importantly, ice cream. Alright. Soy milk, lychee, ice cream. Pink skiff for you, you little sugar bomb. Damn, that looks good, though. Here it is, the pink skiff. Yeah, it's the best drink on the whole menu. Whoa, she's chugging it. Ah! the manic eyes of a child who's had all the sugar. So good. Erica-chan, is everything okay? Your summer school has started, right? How did the science presentation go? I got first place. What? That's great. But something else happened? Hmm? What was your project? A passive air conditioner. Passive air conditioner? No power needed. It's good for the earth and stuff. The one I built, you mix salt with water and it chills the air around it. Holy shit, kid, that's amazing. They even made little info cards with diagrams and color coding and everything. But none of the other kids got it. I mean, I don't really get it either. But it does sound really cool. Kaori said it looked like a sad bathtub, and then everybody piled on. Kaori? Sad bathtub. That's what she said. And then someone said I copied it off the internet. And someone else said my mom probably made it for me. I told Mom they would. Man, kids are ruthless. What salt did you end up using? I tried ammonium nitrate, but it's tricky to re-extract. I wanted to design it so the salt can be recovered and reused. You seriously sound like some kind of genius to me, kid. I bet those kids are just jealous. I don't want them to be jealous. I just want them to be my friends. I thought Kaori especially would think it was cool. Her family's broken aircon is what gave me the idea. I thought maybe this would help her. But I guess she doesn't want help from someone like me. It sounds like a solid real world use case. Exactly, I even used her as an example in my presentation. Like imagine you're in a house with no AC, like my friend Kaori. You said it like that? Of course! My mom's always saying science should solve real problems people have. Did you tell Kaoru you were going to use her story like that? No. But everyone at school already knows. I thought it would make her happy that I was helping her. How did she respond? She got mad and said the bathtub thing. Well, maybe Kaori's self-conscious about her broken aircon. Even if you meant well, it might have felt like you were highlighting something embarrassing for her. But it is a real problem. I wasn't making fun of her. I was trying to help. Your intention was kind. But kindness is just like salt. You need to know how much to use and when to use it. No matter what your intention was, a bad measurement spoils the dish. Ooh, that's real good. I like that one. I made a miscalculation. We all make them. You were helping, but it's sometimes hard for people to admit they need help. Even harder when someone else points it out for them. I feel like a real dummy. Aw, Pumpkin, it's okay. Would you like another drink, Erica-chan? Maybe. What would you like? Yuki-san, what do you drink when you feel sad? Hojika. It's bitter, it helps me think. Bitter, huh? You might like it with honey. No, I want it like Yuki-san gets it. One Hojika. No sweetener. Not even a little? Maybe a little. Some Hojika, please. Alright, we're gonna see how this kid reacts to Hojika, Hojika, Hojika. Don't I have a sweet Hojika? I'm gonna go with no on that one. Alright, kid, you want the real deal? Lots of Hojika. Cold. Let's watch your face turn inside out. Here you go, one Hojika. Smells like toasted cereal? That sounds about right. It's seriously bitter. No sweetener, is it okay? It's great. Phew, that's the stuff. Erica-chan, you know, there's no shame in being very young. It's not something to be outgrown. But I need to grow up. Everyone has to eventually, but why the rush? It's the only way to get Dad to stop worrying about me. That's a lot. Do you feel like his worry is a burden? Sometimes. Like I make everything harder for him. Because he cares about you? Yeah. I love my dad and my mom. My mom has work and Dad just has me. Sometimes I wish he'd just go have fun or something. What if it's not about proving you don't need him, but more about being a team? What do you mean? Like he takes care of you, right? What if once in a while you did something to say, thanks, I've got your back too? Doesn't have to be big, just a gesture. Huh. Well, I do have this positron cannon I've been building in the garage. Acts of care are not only the duty of parents, They can go both ways. As long as you don't feel like it's your job to take care of him. That's still his role. He's the grown-up. But if I help him relax, then he'll stop worrying so much. Maybe. But it should come from kindness, not pressure. You know, his birthday is next week. Oh shit, that's right! Hey, language, young lady. Wow, you know all your customers' birthdays? I just happened to notice that one was soon. Wow, way to go, barista. Sounds like you've got your opportunity right there, Pumpkin. Yeah, I'll make Dad something super special for his birthday. Another salted aircon? No way. Maybe omurice? We also do a laser. When we go out to eat, that's what he usually orders. But he orders it because he says it's hard to make. Maybe it'll be too hard. Can be challenging to get the right texture. But the ingredients aren't expensive. If you're willing to break a few eggs, I can teach you how to make omurice over at the restaurant, Erica-chan. For real? Yes, for real. You're the best, Yuki-san. Blue? Huh? Were you looking for June again? No. Wow, I forgot all about June, actually. Are you okay? Yeah, I just... This whole thing, it got me thinking. About what? About, well, when I stopped being a kid. You mean when you grew up? Sort of. When I was Erica-chan's age? I didn't have a dad I could make omurice for, or anyone to teach me how to cook. I didn't really have anyone. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring the mood down. If you have something on your mind, you should talk about it. If you're comfortable. I didn't usually talk about this stuff, but... Vin, you shared something real earlier. And Erica-chan, too. I mean, if everyone else is being real, I don't want to hold back. My family kind of dissolved when I was in middle school. I bounced around for a while, couch surfing, crashing in clubs. Not like on the street, but not in... but not on the street either. It was a weird time. That sounds really scary. It was. But I figured things out, sort of. Well, hey, you're here now. Living in Tokyo, chasing your passion, that's pretty awesome. Yeah. I mean, that was the idea. When I first moved here, I found this apartment, kind of out of my budget, but I fell in love with it. The light, the neighbors, the tiny bakery down the street, and it's walking distance to like 5 great live houses. I like the kind of place somebody on the verge of something big might live. So I took a chance, but the better job didn't come. Or it did, but not at the pay I hoped. I stretched it as long as I could, but then I started to fall behind. Then one day, Makoto said he was looking for a place. And I don't know, I just said, want to split my rent? Which is nuts, right? But he's also nuts, so he said yes. And hey, it worked, kinda. At least I can keep living at my place. But that dude is messy, always late with rent. Not because he doesn't have it, just because he forgets to pay. And somehow I'm the one doing the cleaning, though I work more hours than he does. Sounds like not an ideal situation. I thought he was dating her, too. It certainly is a situation. You'd think I'd be used to picking up after people. But I guess it still stings when someone assumes you will. Because you've had to take care of yourself for so long. Yeah. I've never really had someone to depend on. I've always had to help myself. I thought being a grown-up meant doing everything yourself. I guess grown-ups need help too, huh? We all do sometimes. The real grown-up thing is to accept it. Oh, these two are just making eyes at each other. It's getting late. It is. I need to get up early for prep, so... Erica-chan, would you like to visit the restaurant tomorrow? For your first omurice lesson? Yeah, definitely, I'll come. Right after school. I have to go back to school tomorrow. Stupid summer school. Actually, maybe I'm feeling a little ill. Oh, all of a sudden? Yeah, I feel super bad in my tummy. Maybe I can't go to school tomorrow. Oh no, was it something you drank? Ash-san will be cross with me if I did anything to hurt your tummy. No, it's not that. If you can't go to school, you definitely aren't well enough to make omurice. Ah, shit. You said it again, kid. It's gonna be okay, Pumpkin. You know what's wrong with calories, and now you can fix it. Oh no. Talking to other kids is so... It's not like talking to you all. Feels like they don't want to understand me. Like I'm saying and doing everything wrong. Even when I try really hard. In Japan, I'm the kid from the UK. In the UK, I was the kid from Japan. That's why no one gets me. Hey, but you said we get you just fine, right? So that doesn't sound like a you problem. Yeah, kids can be nasty when you're a bit different from them. But they're still little people. Pretty sure a smart one like you can crack their code. Maybe. What if Kaori's happier without me now? What if I just make everything worse again? We don't have to solve all of that tonight. How about I walk you back to your apartment, Erica-chan? Yes, please. But, one moment, please. Vin, can I tell you a secret? Okay. I think you and Blue Sun are really alike. You think so? Yeah, you're both cool and funny. You get science stuff and feeling stuff and music stuff. And you both look serious when you're thinking. And you laugh the same. You always know what to say when someone's sad. Maybe I should ask you to be your best friend forever. Erica-chan, that's not much of a whisper. You're broadcasting to the entire street, Pumpkin. Ah, shit! Not again, kid. 3 times. Get out. Well, it's true. Good night. Good night, all. Whoa, I have to get going too. My shift starts in 5 minutes. You'll be back soon, I hope? Definitely. I'm sorry you couldn't catch Jun-san tonight. Yeah, it's too bad, but... Well, I'm not going to be back just for June. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Can't wait. Hey, barista? Yes? Thanks. For running a place like this. The drinks are great, and the people aren't too bad either. You're always welcome. Phew. Erica's great, but... She uses a lot of spoons, huh? Yeah. I don't know how Emmy and Ash... How anyone has the spoons to raise a kid. Especially one as smart and curious as Erica. You did well by her tonight. I tried. I thought if I kept moving, kept smiling, stayed cheerful, maybe I could outrun it. The pain? Pain, exhaustion, all of it. And how's that going? I think it caught up. Even stars fall behind the clouds sometimes. Doesn't mean they stop shining. Poetic as always, barista. But I'm not a star. I'm just tired. You can still find joy, Vin. It might just not look like what it used to. I didn't even know what real joy looks like. Most days I'm just performing that I'm okay to get through it. I catch myself wondering how much of this happiness is actually mine, and how much of it is just for everyone else's comfort. And then maybe stop performing. Easier said than... It's fucking June, isn't it? No, she came back for her phone. Hey, sorry, I forgot my phone. Finn, are you okay? Oh, yeah. Just recharging. Right. Your phone is right here. Thanks. Hey, Vin, by the way, there's all kinds of small music venues in this neighborhood. Maybe one night we both don't have shifts. We could check out a show? With me? I mean, with you? Go with you? Yeah. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Cool. Anyway, mission accomplished. Phone secured. That's a relief. See you both soon, yeah? I'm looking forward to it. And hey, Vin? Yeah? Even if we don't catch a show, even if it's just to hang out, not doing anything, I'd be up for that too. I knew you two fucking liked each other. Back, had a delivery that took too long. What did you miss since last break? So day one, Ghost Girl came back in again. Emmy can see her perfectly, and Yuki can see her partially. And it seems like she's able to be perceived in part by people who are close to death, though Emmy is related to a mystic. But she had a vision of a small, like, terrier dog that she thinks is related to her life. So Yuki is going to make her a bento to give her a whole bunch of different smells and things to respond to see if something else jogs her memory. Today, Blue came in looking for June, who never showed up. Vin showed up, and he and Blue were making eyes at each other the whole night. The little girl Erica showed up. She had a bad time at school because she had done a good job with her science project, but kind of said something a little tactless about one of her classmates, so everybody was mean to her. And Yuki is going to teach Erica how to make oma rice to try and cheer up her dad and do something nice for him. And Vin is trying to fake it until he makes it, and is learning the hard way what happens when you don't make it, but you're still faking it. You handled that pretty smoothly. Smooth? I could barely get my words out. Maybe, but she didn't seem to mind. I guess not. Still think joy is something you have to perform? Maybe not. But we'll see. I should probably head up. Are you okay getting up the stairs? I can make it. That was a lot? Yeah, I can basically summarize both days that we've done. The big things today were basically Vin and Blue kind of like bonding a little bit because they had kind of a moment the previous time, but now they got a little bit more time together, and it's more story about Erica and like her trying to connect with her classmates and help her dad feel a little bit better. Thanks for letting me stay. Always, Vin. And for reminding me there may be a tomorrow, even if I don't know what it looks like yet. You don't have to know. You just have to keep walking forward. One step at a time. Good night, barista. Good night, Vin. Even stars fall behind the clouds sometimes. But they're still up there. Still shining. Even when we can't see them. Who are we? Are we the same barista as the last time? Teteric, tea with milk, mixed by pouring the two repeatedly between cups, originally from Malaysia. Teteric is a nice drink. He's very cool. Thursday, August 6th. Time to read the paper. New political party formed to promote elderly well-being and security. Hard to believe it's Oban next week. Well, let's catch up on the stories here before we call it for the night. Blurk, struggling to get out of bed today. I know you caught a nasty virus? Something like that. I didn't know there was a boss fight in cleaning, just saying. Guess you need to level up. Fuck yeah, Blue. Kick some ass. Nothing like a little 5K run to recover from a fun night out. Grateful for my trusted Picora suite. Fukusan, are you still in Tokyo? I'll send the extra leave request to HR later today. Which June track calms you down when the city's too loud? Sky Ocean, always Sky Ocean. Mountain River Sea is the reason I survived exam season. Como Rebi on the river. Morning light, any filter ready to crash? God, that's a fantastic looking apartment. Remember love, late night shift. That looks unreal. What direction is your window face? East. My plants love it. Me too. Listening to Sakura Station always makes me want to travel. June vibes. I sat in the Peace Park for a long time today, just feeling grateful that there's a tomorrow. Then I ate my wake in Okonomiyaki. Hiroshima is alive and beautiful, especially today. Late shift life, karaoke with coworkers, and then fried chicken breakfast all before the first train. Apartment love. Finally bought blackout curtains. Game changer. Listen to Neon Fairy while driving at night. I got ketchup all over my Sakura Station tour shirt. No! Pecker sweat! Even sexy vampires must work out sometimes. Assisted by my favorite Japanese import, Pecker sweat. Bless you, Hyde, you magnificent bastard, you. If your apology includes the word but, it's not one. Just saying. Very true, yeah. Oh, goodness. Alright, let's look for somebody to raid. Somebody I know doing art. Somebody's doing chatting. Dark Souls. Library stream. Special events for somebody. Tarkov. Oh no, is she singing tonight? That would be a good person to write into. She is entertaining. Like doing Star Fox, Mecha Chameleon. Hamster Hunter. I don't think I've heard of that one before. Who would be the best person to send people to? Because it's a nice, cozy game. I don't want to send people into like a big old scream fest. Let's raise Let's raid Ez. Ez is good people. It looks like she's playing a nice cozy game. Nope, not what I want. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you had a good time. Reminder, if you like my content, you can check out YouTube here for all the old VODs, clips, shorts, whole 9 yards. You can also join the Discord. They get to see stuff before anybody else does. And if neither of those are your cup of tea, you can always check out all my active socials here. I am posting more on Instagram and TikTok these days. I took a break from them for a while, but we are back. But until I see you again on Friday for some more Coffee Talk Tokyo, here's our raid message. All right, everybody, take care, and I will see you again in a couple of days. Have a good night.